Kris Belfry again from belfrywellness.com. I'm a healer and a coach. I call myself a human potentialist because I combine those both together because I see the potential in each and every one of you. Today's topic is a quick, simple relief for heartburn. Heartburn was actually the 9th most Googled health concern in 2018. And so I'm going to give you something that can help you relieve it if you're suffering from it. Acid reflux disease and heartburn are basically the same thing. And what it is just acid from your stomach, or over amount of acid in your stomach bubbles up through and into your esophagus, and it creates this burning sensation that kind of comes up into your upper chest. Sometimes people even think it's almost a heart attack, but typically it's just this burning sensation coming up through there. A couple of causes, or a lot of common causes, is stress. Stress is often a cause of this heartburn. And if stress is the problem, I would see day number 1 video. It might help you get some relief from the stress. The second common one is eating too fast. So if you eat too fast, sometimes people will get heartburn after eating. A third common one that people always tell me is that the foods that they eat. So acidic foods like lemons, limes, or tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is really common for people, but actually that's a real common one that responds really well to the technique that I'm going to give you at the end of the video. So stay tuned. So in my office, what I see when people come with heartburn is often very fixable. There's really 2 causes. You see, one of the major causes is the stomach kind of sits into the middle of onto your middle of your belly, and there's a little bit of the esophagus attaches to a little valve. And often what happens is, because you got your diaphragm that kind of comes through, and the stomach and the esophagus come together, there's a little bit of a valve, and so sometimes this can be easily displaced, whether it's the diaphragm or the esophagus or the stomach, and the valve doesn't quite close, and you get this burning sensation that kind of comes up because of the acid from your stomach. The other common thing would be some kind of imbalance, and it creates, sometimes you have a spinal issue that causes some of that, and it could be related to a muscle issue or a bone misalignment, or an energy misalignment. Those are all some common things that I see in my office. From a body talk situation, so meaning a more metaphysical, like there's a spiritual meaning to a manifestation for heartburn, that typically deals with when people have a lot going on in your head. There's so much chaos, you're always thinking, and it's usually fear-based. That's one of them. The other one is, some people are often have this burning feeling to be free. So a lot of times you want to let go and really truly be free of something, or be free from yourself. So a lot of times we grow up in a household where we can't really express ourselves or truly be ourselves, and so you kind of grow up and you kind of take that personality and you kind of continue that on, and there's this burning to kind of be that person you want to be. And it doesn't have to be like, it could be something simple, like maybe you always wanted to be, you're really playful as a kid, and your parents said that's not really allowed. Maybe you had 5 brothers and sisters, or maybe your parents liked a quiet house. It really doesn't matter, but that's just one aspect. So when you got older, you're very strict or rigid because of your upbringing. But as a child or a toddler, you want to be very playful. So if you're stuffing that down, often people will notice a little bit of a reflux. So it's just kind of being aware of these emotions that you're having to help kind of work through it. And stay tuned to some to my video series, because we'll help you work through some of those emotional stuff as well. So the technique that I recommend for people or use is simple. What you're going to do is you want to step back just so you can see. You have a rib cage, and the rib cage kind of comes all the way up into a little bit of a V. And there's actually a little bit of a bone kind of sits that right there. What you want to do is basically under that bone, you're just going to rub 30 to 60 seconds. Just rub it and rub it. Once you do that, within a minute or 2, the heartburn should stop or cease. If it doesn't, try it one more time, and typically that should do it. Most times it clears right away. If you have any problems or you still have questions with your heartburn, please feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to help you. If you have a comment or a question about something you want me to talk about, I would love that too. Thanks. If you love my video, share to your friends. Take care. We'll see you again tomorrow.